This episode of LeapTV is made possible by MyLeapTools.com. Are you a small business owner wanting to operate more effectively and productively while growing your small business? Well, think of MyLeapTools as a business GPS. If I were you, I'd go to MyLeapTools.com and check it out. What's on LeapTV today? Well, my kick-butt interview with Law of Attraction expert Michael Losier. If you want to attract in your life and in your business more of what you do want and less of what you don't want, I highly recommend for you to stick around for this, not to mention that Michael is a total riot. This interview will change your life. I'm Isabelle Mercier, and this is the show that shows you that small, intentional, and consistent actions lead to massive results. I had the privilege of keynote speaking at the 2012 Women of Worth event here in Vancouver. And there I met Michael Losier, Law of Attraction expert, as I said earlier. What a blast this guy is. I absolutely needed to invite him on the show. Michael is a Law of Attraction trainer and best-selling author of the book Law of Attraction. He teaches how to apply the Law of Attraction to your advantage so that you can stop attracting what you don't want and attract more of what you do want. Michael has been applying these principles for many years and describes his life as delish. He lives in beautiful Victoria, BC, and facilitates a number of in-person Law of Attraction seminars as well as teleseminars to a worldwide audience. Did I mention that he's been interviewed by Oprah 4 times? Oh yes, he has. Here is my interview with Michael. Michael, I am so thrilled to have you on LeapTV today. We met at WOW recently at the WOW event. And I have to say, your presentation really was out of this world. It was dynamic. It was, I don't know, I can't express it, but it was awesome. And I thought, I want to have this guy on LeapTV for my Leapers. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Aw, shucks, thanks. But I have to say, there's not a lot of things that I can brag about. I don't say, oh, I got the best this or I have the best that. But you know what I am good at? I am really, really good at engaging an audience.
Oh,
but
but
outside of the stage, I'm a little church mouse. I mean, I don't, I go to a party, I'm the guy in the corner that's not talking to anybody. Yeah. But put a loony in me on stage, whoo, I'm done. I'm having lots of fun with that.
That's amazing. Well, and it showed, and it was quite definitely. And I was presenting after you, and I thought, oh my God, that is a tough act to follow. So this was
listen,
good.
You were a pro because you picked up on some of the languaging that I just taught you,
of course.
and you picked it up. But somebody in the afternoon didn't, and they got called on it.
There you go.
So it was helpful to listen to my presentation first.
Yeah, exactly. That was cool. Well, tell you what. First of all, I want you to, because you are the Law of Attraction guy, you've been interviewed by Oprah on her radio show 4 times. Mm-hmm. And I kind of want to know first, why don't you explain a little bit, what is the Law of Attraction? There's been a lot of yay and nay around that subject. Yes. And it's a subject that is near and dear to my heart. And I would love to hear you express what that is. And then after that, I'd love to hear how the Law of Attraction found you, how you got to be the guru.
Okay, great. Well, you know what? Well, first, the word Law of Attraction, it sounds like it's a new term for some people, even if in the last 6 years.
Right.
But the experiences of Law of Attraction are not. Matter of fact, anytime you've used the word serendipity or synchronicity or karma or fate or coincidence, say, wow, this is such a coincidence. That is evidence of Law of Attraction. So we've been having the experiences all along. We just didn't know it had a name. And it's called Law of Attraction. And it simply states, I attract to my life, my business, my personal life. I attract to my life whatever I give my attention, energy, and focus to. And you're thinking, wow, that's a pretty good deal. But that's not the whole paragraph. That's not the whole definition. Here it is. I attract to my life and business whatever I give my attention, energy, and focus to, whether negative or positive. And you're thinking, what's up with that? Well, that's why it's called the law. You see, a lot of people give the universe or the law of attraction way too much credit. They say, oh, the universe will figure that out for me, or the universe is testing me, or the universe will decide. Guess what? The universe isn't very smart. It's obedient. And right now it's eavesdropping to find the vibration. What's a vibration? This is vibe that we're having, and it's matching it. The universe doesn't know whether it's good or bad for you. It's just matching vibrations. And if you want to create it, don't let the universe create it for you. That's what we do. We do that through being deliberate about our vibe. So I'm going to give you the shorter definition for law of attraction. You get what you vibrate, period. Yeah. But you can't really tell that to people when they're attracting negative things. I didn't vibrate that.
I know.
What does even that mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the word vibration and kind of make it simple in everyday words, because that's what I do. You know, every time we have a mood or a feeling, it's causing me to send out a vibe. And we might say, you know what, she gives off a negative vibe, or he gives off a negative vibe. You know, a vibe isn't something that I smell or taste or see or hear. A vibe is something I'm picking it up. I can feel it. And there's only two kinds. And so just having a mood or a feeling causes me to send a vibe, and there's only negative and positive. But here's a skill testing question. When do we have a mood or a feeling? It's all the time. Yeah. So right now, whether I'm doing it or not on purpose, or whether I'm intentionally having a vibe, I'm sending one right now. I'm sending it, I'm leaking it, I'm putting them out, I'm emitting it. I'm not even doing it on purpose. Yeah. And as I'm sitting here having this vibrational experience, law of attraction, which I can't prove to anybody, by the way, so don't ask. Law of attraction is this energy around us, and it's checking and checking and checking and checking. And what it's checking for is to respond to the vibration that I'm sending, whether negative or positive. Imagine the job description for law of attraction is only 2 words long. Match vibrations. It's like a robot. Oh, here's a vibration. What do I do with it? Match it. Here's a vibration. What do I do with it? Match it. Here's a negative vibration. What do I do with it? Match it. Yeah. So if you're getting it, you have had to have sent a vibration that created it for you to attract it.
Right. You know, the way that you explained it at the WOW presentation, when you said, the law of attraction doesn't know, it doesn't make the difference between is it good or is it bad. Express it with, give the dog example, because to me, that was the kicker.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're talking about when I'm using the word don't, not, and no. And this is a tip for everybody. You want to stop attracting negative things? I'm the guy to tell you. Other people will tell you how to attract pearls and jewels and cars and girls and boats. Guess what? It's almost impossible until you do part 1. And part 1 is I need to get rid of this negativity that I might not even know that I have, because the negative vibration is stopping all this deliberate attraction that you want. So first step, let's get rid of negative vibes. Well, what causes negative vibes? Well, there's 3 words in our vocabulary that when we use them, it causes us to give attention to what we don't want to give attention to. And when I give attention to something that I don't like, now I'm sending the vibration. And now that I send the vibe of what I don't like, law of attraction, checking, 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 then I get more of what I don't like, and I'll point at it and say, that's exactly what I didn't want to have happen.
Yes.
If law of attraction had a voice, would say, did I ever do a good job with that one? I match vibrations perfectly.
That is so true.
So and this is what I was acknowledging earlier. At the seminar, I told people what the 3 words are. You picked them up, and then in your presentation, you didn't use them. Right. I'm going to tell people what they are. Every time we use these words, it causes you to give attention to what you don't want to give attention to. And as you give anything attention, it causes you to send the matching vibration of what you just gave attention. And guess what? Law of attraction is eavesdropping and unfolding and orchestrating to match the vibration you were just sending. And that's why you keep getting more of what you didn't want. So here's the 3 words. Oh, and here's the kicker, is most people use these words about 300 times before noon. So I know your leapers are listening. And what are they saying about their business and customers and clients? Yeah. Here's the 3 words, and I'm going to give them homework. And the homework is to eliminate and reduce these 3 words between now and the rest of their life. So
love it.
Here's the 3 words. First word is don't. Second word is not, N-O-T. Hey, the third word is only 2 letters long. What is it? No.
I was just going to say that, but I thought, what if it's not?
Don't,
no,
not,
for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Now, listen, the words don't, not, and no aren't negative. But we're going to play a law of attraction game, and you're going to tell me what I'm giving attention to when I say this. I don't want my clients to cancel. What did I just give attention to?
Canceling.
Canceling. Oh, I don't want to play phone tag today.
Phone tag.
I don't want to get ripped off with my price.
Right. Yeah. Ripping off with price.
Don't
Yeah.
don't hesitate to contact me.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not, I like this one. This is not a scam. Oh, really? I didn't think it was until you brought it up. I love this one when people say, well, don't be ashamed. It's like, really? I wasn't until you brought that up. You see, here's the point I'm making. Whenever you use the word don't, not, and no, you cannot not give it attention, energy, and focus. And as you give anything attention, energy, and focus, the obedient law of attraction is responding to the vibration you send when you say it.
Yeah.
So here's people's homework. I mean, here's just a list. Don't drink and drive, don't have sex, don't do drugs, don't touch, don't forget, don't beat up your brother, don't spill your milk. I don't want this to hurt. I don't want to get rejected. I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want to be bullied. Every time you say what you don't want, you just give it attention. And you're not sure what I'm talking about? Go to the internet and type in no sex and see what shows up. See, the internet strips away the words don't, not, and no. And any dog owners out there, go tell your dog you're not going to the park and watch the tail wag back and forth. Dogs, they park, or tell your dog no treats and see if they hear the word treats.
Yeah.
So here's everyone's homework. Whenever you use the word don't, not, and no, and sometimes it's okay to say, if I go to a restaurant, I might say, very good, I might say, no cilantro. It doesn't mean a truckload of cilantro is going to come out of the sky. But when I'm talking about my business and my customers and my clients and my worthiness and my relationship and all that other stuff, that's when I want to be very articulate.
Yes.
Now, I see you're wearing your Vibe Reset button.
I am. I'm wearing my Vibe Reset button.
And how do you change it? First, let's talk about, I'd like to change the results that I'm getting. I don't like my results. Well, the results came from your vibration. I don't like my vibration. I need to change my vibration. Your vibration came from your thoughts and your words. And there's 3 words in your vocabulary that when you use them causes you to give attention to one, don't want to give attention, and that's why you get the negative results. The words are don't, not, and no. And over the next couple days or earlier, in the next 10 minutes, some people listening are going to catch themselves using the word don't, not, and no. And the very moment that they know they have a reset button. And here's the reset question, and you're probably going to put it on the bottom third.
I will.
So what do I want?
Right.
Well, that sounds pretty easy. Let's try this. I don't want my clients to cancel. And your little head's going to go ding, 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 ding. You said you just didn't want your clients to cancel. So what do you want? I'd like them to keep my appointment. I don't want to be late. Ding, ding, ding. You just said you don't want to be late. This is a trained behavior. You're going to be, not you, but other people listening, and maybe maybe not you, but somebody is really going to say, am I ever using the word don't, not, and no a lot? Yeah. And then when that thing shows up that you said you don't want, you'll say, no wonder I keep getting it. I've been saying all week I didn't want that.
Yeah. And you know what? Just to reiterate that point, not that you need more reiteration, because obviously you know your stuff inside out, but it is true. I was going to my mom's for Christmas. My mom lives in White Rock now, and Christmas is a very funky time in my family, like in a lot of different families. And I was concentrating. I was in the car with my honey margarita, and I was saying, okay, this year, here's what I want it not to happen. I don't want this to happen because that happens every year. And so I caught myself. In fact, Margarita went, so why don't we do what we know best? And why don't we concentrate on what it is that we want to happen instead? And lo and behold, best Christmas ever, right?
Yes.
So it is amazing. I know this. I'm not Michael Losier, but I know this enough that I can catch myself saying these 3 words regularly, and I do. Now, how many times do you say it and still catch yourself, or is it completely gone out of your vocabulary?
That's a good question. Even teaching you right now, when I'm using the word don't, not, and no, I've got 3 voices going on. This voice is saying, hey, you just said the word don't, not, and no. And the other voice is saying, that's okay. He's just teaching it. And so I'm very talented. I've got 3 personalities going on. Even when I use the word don't, not, and no, this one's saying, can't use it. This one says, it's okay. He's teaching. And this one's trying to be live in the moment.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but I have to acknowledge you. This is so important that you bring it into your relationships. And I have it with my partner as well. It's like, whenever I talk about what I don't want, in a very moment, he'll say, so, you don't even have to finish the sentence.
That's
it's
right.
So what? It's like, okay, okay. And sometimes you want to go, screw off,
I
or whatever
know.
you want. Just leave me alone. It's like, no, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want to have the don't, not, and no police in my life. So everything, well, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, what you talked about on the way to dinner, is that you preceded the event. That's
Correct.
like seed. That's SEED. You
Yeah.
preceded it. That thought that you had caused a vibration. And as you held that thought, it gathered more of the same vibration. And law of attraction could not match it until you change the vibration. Oh, it's going to be a terrible day and mom's going to fight and this is going to happen. It's like, no, you have to maintain the vibration.
Yeah. I
So
totally get that.
that is daily practice.
Daily practice for sure. And you're telling me that even as you, it is still a daily practice for you.
Yeah, but it's a daily practice. But here, but the resetting of it happens like that.
Correct.
And here's the other thing, and you're noticing it now too, because we've met about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and you probably picked it up very quickly though, is when you even go to think about saying don't, not, and no, you're converting it in your head. Are you doing that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that to me, that's graduation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still say don't, or I go to, like, when if I'm typing an email and I go to type the word no, I'll stop and I'll say, so how can I say that? So
Differently.
to me, yeah, so that's very deliberate. This is old behavior. I'm not 10. I've been saying don't, not, no a long time. So
Yeah.
I'm this new trained behavior.
That's
So
right.
I need to have my reset button on my bathroom mirror, and I need to have my partner say, so what do you want? So yeah, I need to have all that as well, but not very often. And when I do talk about what I don't want, I convert it real quickly. So here's what I want.
Yeah. And so this morning, just before our time together today, I tweeted, "Hey, I'm going to be fortunate to interview you. Who has questions?" And I have a question from Monique here, and I think it's worth asking because she says, after mastering the art of law of attraction and teaching it for a while, does he have any doubts sometimes, or does like crappy things? I mean, life is life.
Yes.
I'm sure there are crappy things that happen. Do you do
Oh,
you then go, okay, what did I do to attract this? What does
oh
Michael
yeah.
do?
Well, first I want to explain that I have not mastered the law of attraction. Nobody has.
I'm
We are
glad you
all
say that. Yeah.
we are all in mastery. We're all mastering it.
Yeah.
It's like being, you know what, you know why a massage practitioner is called a massage practitioner?
Because
They
yes,
practice the art of massage.
correct.
So I would call myself a law of attraction practitioner. I'm practicing law of attraction. I haven't mastered it. I'm in mastery of it.
Yep.
You are. Anybody learning it, anybody engaged in the advancement of learning law of attraction through their language, that they're in the process of mastering it. And you can just call it mastery. I will never say that I've mastered law of attraction.
Yeah.
I mean, I attracted a relationship that I would stand back and say, why did I attract that? And
Yeah.
it's like, but I knew at the beginning. I had a little niggly on the first date, and then I heard something on the third date, and I thought, oh, isn't that cute? When it really wasn't cute. And then before you know it, it's like, I knew that. And in other words, I can always back up to it. But in most cases, I attract really good things, and mostly because I'm selfish. And what I mean by selfish, it means I self-care. So
Correct.
selfish equals self-care. So I don't even go in a grocery store lineup and listen to people complain about things. I'll change lineups, right? Or my friends know not to complain in front of me because I'm always saying, so what would you like instead?
Yeah.
And some people say, you know what, I'm tired of being your friend. It's like, well, you know what, I don't want you to be tired of being my friend. So in other words, that's what happens when you're in my life. Here's two things. People that are in my life, their life changes dramatically, right?
Yeah.
About their future and their beliefs and their vision, because I will stretch people way bigger than they could ever stretch themselves, like emotionally and what they think they can do. And the second thing is I have trained people how to be with me. I've trained people how to treat me. So when people are in my space, we're very not guarded about the conversation. There's things I don't talk about.
Yeah.
And my friends know that. Or sometimes my friend will say, listen, I'm going through a really hard time. Can you help me work through this? And I'll say, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 4 minutes. No, 3 minutes. And you can tell me what's happening and how crappy it is. And then we're going to spend 15 minutes to talk about the way you want it to be.
Yeah.
And you know what some of them say? Oh, I'm not in the mood for that. Well, then you'll have to dial 1-800-CRY-BABY, I'm a victim, because I'm taking your call.
Yeah.
And I can help people change vibrations.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine, And that's the gift. People always want to control everything that happens in their life. You can't control anything except your vibrations.
Correct.
And you can control your vibrations by controlling your thoughts and your words. And because law of attraction, checking, eavesdropping and matching it right now, why wouldn't we want to be setting the best vibration that there is? And that would make us deliberate senders of vibrations, which makes us deliberate attractors. Because law of attraction is working all the time, whether I'm deliberately tapping into it or not. People say, oh, law of attraction worked for me 2 days ago. No, it's working for you right now, whether it's crappy or not crappy.
Yeah, that's right.
Be more deliberate about our vibrations.
Yeah.
How do you be more deliberate? You be more deliberate about your words. How do I become more deliberate? You eliminate the words don't, not, and no by saying, so what do I want? And you have that trained behavior.
That's
that
right.
makes you a deliberate attractor. Well, I'm going to show them the covers of my book here. My first book's Law of Attraction. You can kind of see it behind me.
Yep.
It is published in 28 languages, and it's sold in about 23 countries. And there's probably a copy selling every 4 to 6 minutes of Law of Attraction.
Nice.
My other book's called Law of Connection, and it's about NLP, communication styles. And my third book that I'm writing is called Fulfillment Needs.
Okay, yeah.
You'll notice my strategy, this is a fake book, by the way, but the cover is real. So I've been writing this book for a year, but building the content on that. And I have I have many websites, but one website will take you to all of these pages, and it's my name. It's michaellosier.com.
Perfect.
LOSIER.com.
Awesome. Well, Michael, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on LeapTV. I would love to invite you again, because this subject we barely scratched the surface, obviously, and I know that there's lots to share. But let's if you could please remind our leapers what the homework is.
Yes. So here's the homework. Every time you catch yourself using the word don't, not, and no, and I know that you know that I know that you will, in the very moment, know that you have a reset button and say, so what do I want? Because when you go from what you don't want to what you do want, the words change. And when the words change, the vibration changes. And now law of attraction is eavesdropping on the new vibration that you send when you talk about the way you want it to be.
Yeah.
I'm Michael Losier, and you're watching LeapTV.
Awesome. Thanks, Michael.
You're welcome.
Michael, thank you so much for sharing your insights and your definite passion. I think we should do a few more of these, shall we? Now, leapers, next time you catch yourself saying don't, not, and no, here's what you gotta do. Reset your vibe and see what happens from that. So, leapers, here's what I would love to hear more about. How many times do you catch yourself saying don't, not, and no in a day? Or heck, why don't you share a couple of stories with us of coincidences, which now we know is not a coincidence at all. All you have to do is add your comment below this video at leaptv.com. We want to hear from you. As you can imagine, my interview with Michael was a lot longer than what we've shown you today. But if you want to have access to the extra footage and goodies that we have there for you, go to myleaptools.com. There's a new category there called LeapTV After Show. You will love it. If you've liked this week's episode, I would be thrilled if you showed me a little love. Tweet it, LinkedIn it, Facebook it, but most of all, don't forget to add your 2 cents below this video at leaptv.com. I want to hear from you. That's it. That's what I had to share with you today. Remember, everything you've learned here will do nothing for you unless, of course, you implement it. So do yourself a favor and implement at least one thing that you've learned here today. And remember, it is much easier to do it than to dwell on it. I'm Isabelle Mercier, and I would love to connect with you via Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Or perhaps you'd like to come for wine and cheese. Anyway, see you next time for our next episode filled with tools, tips, and strategies to help you perform, oh yeah, like never before. See you next time. This episode...
What a good start.
Well, that's right. Let's start again from the top, shall we?
Yeah. From the top.
I had to reword. Yeah, that's right.
From the top.
You remember when you said that from the top and we're like, really? Really now? I said 2 words for crying out loud.
Yeah, I know, I remember that.
All right. Think of My Leap Tools like a business GPS. Check it out at myleaptools.com.